नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 20, Conversation between Maitreya and Vidura, verse number 9. Vidura uvacha Prajapati pati srishtva Praja sarge Prajapatin Kimarabat me Brahman Prabruhi avyattamaravet. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Vidura said, "Since you know of matter intransferable to us, tell me, O holy sage, what did Brahma do to create living beings after evolving the Prajapatis, the progenitors of living beings?" Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada. Significant here is the word avyattamaravet, one who knows that which is beyond our perception. To know matters beyond one's perception, one has to learn from a superior authority in the line of disciplic succession. Just to know who is our Father is beyond our perception. For that, the mother is the authority. Similarly, we have to understand everything beyond our perception from the authority who actually knows. The first avyattamaravet or authority is Brahma, and next authority in disciplic succession is Narada. Maitreya Rishi belongs to that disciplic succession, so he also is avyattamaravet. Anyone in the bona fide line of disciplic succession is avyattamaravet, a personality who knows that which is beyond ordinary perception. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport.
So Vidura here is addressing Maitreya as avyaktamargavet, the knower of which we do not know, with the intention to know from him, to hear from him about creation, what happened after Brahma created the Prajapatis, how it further proceeded. So all this he wanted to know, and therefore in the spirit of knowing he is approaching the spiritual master or the person who is coming in disciplic succession, and that such a person's qualification is that he is avyaktamargavet. He is a knower of the path or the knower of perceptions which you actually do not know, which you have no knowledge about. So there are so many, every living entity has a desire to know. We have a desire for chit, knowledge. Maybe material knowledge, maybe spiritual knowledge. But knowledge is knowledge. They want to know. We as kshetrajna, the energy of the Lord that knows. Matter cannot know, but the soul in the body knows. That knowing is a unique characteristic of spirit or knowledge. Knowledge is a characteristic spirit of Atma. That is how in this body also we identify the soul. Just like when the person dies, Why do we miss something? What do we miss? We miss the knower. The person who was sitting inside and who was knowing this world, knowing you and hearing you, etc. has disappeared. No more response. Body is still lying there. But you say he is gone. So what is he? He is that knower. In a very simple manner, Krishna reveals this in the Bhagavad Gita in the 13th chapter. What is the living entity? He is a knower. What kind of knower he is? That is further knowledge. We do not know. Just like you see, there are two kinds of knowledge. One is by direct perception you learn. You see a mango and you say it's mango. Another thing is, your senses cannot perceive something. For instance, your senses cannot perceive what is actually sun. The sun, as far as your senses are concerned, it is simply a disk, a light disk in the sky. You don't see the third dimension. And sky is so vast and you see one small dot. So in the context in which you see, the context also you see wrongly. Context also you cannot perceive. And the object also you cannot perceive. So when so many things like there are there in larger items of knowledge are like that, and only very small items are amenable to our senses. For instance, what happened in the past is not in our life. What happened in the past? What happened in this earth 5,000, 2,000 years back, 3,000 years back? That's knowledge, but we don't have. Why? We cannot go to the past. We cannot directly perceive. You have to hear from somebody who has perceived. Similarly, we do not know, even our own life, what is tomorrow, we do not know. What is 5 years from now, we do not know the details. Is it not? In other words, by our senses, we cannot grasp all knowledge through our senses. It's a very limiting way of acquiring knowledge. Even if each person, okay, you use your senses and experiment, you use your senses, let us all our findings and then that's what the modern science is doing. That is the ascending process of knowledge. They are not depending on one person's sense and all, they are very highly organized. There is a system of hypothesis, there is a system of experiment, there is a system of conclusion, and they build up the knowledge like that, and it is going on. Today, so many material sciences have expanded on the basis of relative truth. The science verifies whether what the scientist is finding is right or wrong. Then only it becomes knowledge. All this is happening. But what about the knowledge that nobody's senses can perceive? For instance, the simple knowledge that you are not this body, that you are the knower of the body. Now this is a matter of observation, is a matter of logic you are applying. The difference between dead body and living body, you are applying logic. But modern science says, no, this kind of logic we don't accept. Finally, you have to show under the microscope the soul. You have to, it has to be, if soul exists, it has to come it has to be amenable to one of the 5 senses. It should be verifiable. It should be verifiable. Because today they accept atomic particles because its motion is verifiable. But actually, originally science started saying that no, it should be seeable to the gross eyes. Otherwise it is not science. Then slowly science moved to rationality, mathematics. They have started symbolizing the material energy. the properties in the material energy, they started symbolizing and use their rational minds to using, that is called mathematics. With mathematics try to come to some different conclusions, and then based on that they are expanding their knowledge. Already scientists have actually, in one sense, they have actually gone beyond they are already gone into the field of faith. Because they say electron. What is electron? Nobody has seen an electron. Why? Because their equation itself says electron is not seeable. Electron is not seeable. Electron is a cloud of charge. What is charge? What is cloud? Charge, again they have defined through some other property. Can somebody see charge? Nobody can see charge. So they say it's a cloud, a probability of negative charge around in a particular area of space, that is called electron. Like that, modern science itself has become completely abstract. Now the other process of knowledge is a descending process of knowledge, which is very highly logical. Why? Because first thing is, we accept that there are many things that the senses cannot reach. Just like my eyes cannot reach and perceive electron. There are so many things my senses cannot perceive, accepted. So if we know, if we simple logic that human being by his senses, he cannot know everything. Simultaneously, he wants to know certain things. For instance, where did I come from? Who created this earth? Who created this world? Why certain things are created in a particular way? Why I don't have a choice not to grow? I'm 60 years old, I don't have a choice not to grow. You have to grow. Who is pushing me to grow? Who is pushing everybody to grow? Who created that law? To whom no exemption is there. Why without exemption everybody has to die? Death. Can we understand the reasons for this through ascending process of knowledge? No. You are left with simply the fact. Death, finish. Old age, finish. Does it mean that because you cannot find an answer with your senses? For instance, a person is dead. Now you want to find out, where did he go? Can you follow him? No. Why? Because he is not amenable to your senses. 2 minutes before he was speaking here, suddenly he went away. Where did he go? I want to find out. Cannot. Since your senses cannot go and find out, you create some other theory that no, there was nothing, only chemicals were there before and chemicals were in a particular combination, the particular combination was talking, now the combination is changed and something has happened and then that effect is gone. Just like matter, you mix in different ways, different effects come. There's some particular, some mixing, some problem in the machine happened, the machine stopped functioning. Just like microphone is working now. Suppose one small something, it will stop working. So that just, it was a machine. Every human being is a machine. Something happened, stopped working. Why you are creating theory which you are not seen? Our question back to them is, no, we are making an assumption, okay, it is also possible. What you are saying is also possible. But that is an assumption. Something else also is possible. That there is something which you have not seen that has gone out. And at the time of every birth, something comes inside. Possibility is there. So if a person is open-minded, he will seek a source of knowledge, and the ultimate source of knowledge is God. That is the meaning of ascending process of knowledge. One who created will know everything. See, very logically, God is the creator, is all knower. So who can give me all the answers? God alone can give me the answers, because my senses are limited. There are so many things that you cannot investigate and find out, but after somebody tells you, you realize it. Now I see. Now I see. Isn't it? So you can see things, for instance, from the scriptures, scriptural authority, we understand that soul is there. Now, how to see the soul? So first thing you are taught is, Krishna says the soul cannot be seen with the eyes, it cannot be cut with the knife, it cannot be burnt by fire, it cannot be dried. All these things Krishna is revealing. I mean, if soul is nothing, then why you should say that soul cannot be, dried? That means there is a substance that cannot be dried. There is something that cannot be cut. There is something. That something, how do you understand? How do you know? How do you understand? In the beginning he says that, in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, he says what it is not. And when it goes to 13th chapter, he says what it is. What is it? It is that knowing energy in the body. That knowing energy is the soul. He says what it is. Now, knowing energy, so far when I am seeing it cannot be cut, etc., I am now expecting, it will be some ball or something else it will be. It is not wood, it is not steel, it is not granite, it is not, then tell me what it is. You are expecting some solid thing. Some Atma will be there. But Krishna is telling, no, go higher, sir, not what you have seen only. There is another energy called Kshetrajna. And there is a God called Supreme Kshetrajna. These two truths are there. And the Supreme Kshetrajna is seated in your body. Brahmayan Intraudhani Maya. Sarvasya chaham Hridi Sannivishtaha. He's saying this Kshetrajna, this energy which you cannot see with your material eyes, etc., but knowing energy, supreme knowing. That Kshetrajna who knows everything, he is in your body, your body, your body, your body, he is super soul. A super soul is accompanying each soul. And that is why this material body is running. Now these things are all, can you verify with your 5 senses? You cannot verify with your 5 senses. But knowledge is not limited to 5 senses. You can perceive these things. To perceive these things, our consciousness has to also, our senses also, finer senses have to develop. That finer senses come by purifying our subtle body. And just like we get a conviction of, yes, here there is a wood. In the same way, yes, here there is an energy called Kshetrajna. You start perceiving it. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, one who sees Kshetrajna in each body and the Supreme Kshetrajna together in each body, he is seeing things as they are. Rest is a machine. And what is Kshetrajna? What does the knower mean? What do you know actually? Tell me. What is the characteristic of knowing? What all do you know? What all you can be aware of? You can be aware of your thoughts. You can be aware of your feelings. you can be aware of your willings. Very easy. How do you perceive another person? By his actions, what he is thinking, what he is feeling. This is a perception of people, isn't it? Suppose you don't know anything, how he thinks, how he feels, how he wills, then you will see him only as body. You will only see him as body. Moments you shake hand, you become friends, and immediately you start seeing him. Not his covering, you start seeing him. He is the Kshetrajna, how he thinks, how he feels, how he wills. So the mind of the Supreme Kshetrajna is revealed through the descending process. In the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshishami Masucha. Just surrender to me. Just surrender to me. I will take care of you. Mamae Vamsha Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. You are all amshas of mine. I am the Purna. I am complete. I am constitutionally complete. Don't be envious. You are constitutionally part. Your ocean is ocean. No point in drop being envious of the ocean. The drop can say, I am also salty. Ocean also is salty. Why are you so big? Because it is a fact. The ocean is big. Because the ocean is there, the drop is there. And the drop is asking the ocean, why are you so big? So in the same way, constitutionally, God is there, He is constitutionally, He is unlimited, He is a Kshetrajna, He knows everything, He is in everybody's body, He is the creator of everything, He is the controller of everything. And that knowledge is revealed that you are Amsha, you are Dasa, you are servant, you have to surrender, you have to depend upon me. So this kind of descending knowledge from descending process, you can never gather if you are stuck to your five senses and investigative senses. Either together or cooperatively in all the humanity joined together, corpus, they put all their little findings through ascending process, it ends there to studying the gross material energy. Just like so many times Prabhupada replied, when people ask, can you show me God? Prabhupada's immediate reply is, are you qualified to see God? Means qualified means not even spiritual qualification. Do you have the senses to see which cannot be seen with the senses? Somebody asked, are you seeing God? Are you seeing Krishna always? So Prabhupada shot back to the reporter saying, if I say yes, can you verify? Why are you asking such question then? No, I am just asking. Yes, I am seeing Krishna every moment. He said. So, that means, you see, his senses and his existence is in another plane. Simultaneously being in this plane. This is a subset. Being in this plane of five senses is a subset of a larger existence in another plane. That plane of existence can be only if the soul awakens his senses. Just like body has senses, soul has senses. This body has senses because, like Prabhupada gives beautiful example, why this body has got hands, why the body has got legs, why five senses are there. Why does a tailor, when he stitch your kurta, why does he give a hand? Why does he give a chest for the kurta? Because you have a chest, you have a hand. Is it not? Why does he give a neck to the kurta? Because you have a neck. In the same way, this body is like a tailor, it's stitched by nature. Why? Because it is formed, it's stitched, its faculties are shaped after the soul's original faculties, eternal. eternal sense of seeing, eternal sense of smelling, touching, tasting, walking, speaking. These are all eternal sense of the Atma, Karmendriya and Jnanendriya. Normally when we say Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, they are material. But if you go deep into it, you will see those characteristics are in the soul. Soul is given this tailored Jnanendriya, tailored out of material energy. Jnanendriya and Karmendriya is given. But actually, originally, the soul has got the Jnanendriya and Karmendriya. That we have to awaken. If you awaken that, just like you see with this eyes, in that plane, you see Krishna always. Premanjana churita bhakti vilocherena santa sadeva hridesha vilokayanti yam shama sundaram achintya gunaswarup. See, achintya gunaswarupam, not material gunas. Achintya gunaswarupam. There is a rupa. Achintya gunaswarupa is internal potency. So do you want to go? That's what we tell the people. Do you want to just get stuck in this well? If you are saying only knowledge of five senses, that means you don't want to go out of your well. Do you want go into the ocean of experience, of spiritual experience? Then start hearing from Achintya, Avyakta Margavit. Start hearing from such personalities who can see things beyond your perception. And then, after hearing, you practice it, then you will also become a Achintya Margavit. You will also start perceiving what I am perceiving. Very simple. Like Prabhupada used to reply, you want to show me God? Yeah, I'll show you. You qualify, ready? Come on, chant Hare Krishna, follow 4 regulated principles. My job is that only, Prabhupada is saying. My job is to show you all God. What is a question of challenge? To everybody I want to show God. That's why this movement is there, to show everybody God. But to show everybody God, first I am qualifying them. Qualifying them, awakening their spiritual body, spiritual senses. And then they can see God, they can see spiritual world. Any questions? Jai Grandharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.